What's going on? Coach Luca back here with Coach's Corner. We're just going to call it Coach's Corner. I'm feeling that. So I want to go over cleaning up the lunge. Single leg work is massively important. Pretty sure everybody's like, hey, man, I'm doing some form of lunge, multi-planar. But what I see a lot of is, lunges kind of getting killed as far as like form goes. And, some of the things that you'll see, especially as soon as, I'll give you guys a quick kind of progression model of our lunges, right? Which is static lunge first, right? We're a 90-90 lunge. So we have this. People have to be able to do this. From there, it's a reverse lunge. From there, it would be a forward lunge, and so on and so forth. People jump very quickly to, I would say, going reverse and forward lunges. But as soon as you do that, and I remove this, I would say, leg for support, you'll see stuff like, this hip falls out, okay? Right? You'll see a lot of instability and wobbling going on and things of that nature. And so because of that, that's why the static lunge is a great variation. Now, taking the static lunge up a notch is people usually have a tough time feeling and turning on and activating the things that are supposed to be turned on to keep a good position. So this is something I learned from Pat Davidson. We actually have Pat coming to our gym in Slovenia end of March, doing a rethinking the big patterns #2, and phenomenal seminar. You definitely should go to it. But this is something that we actually use for the RDL as well, which we're not going to cover today. We're going to just cover the static lunge. But I'm not even going to use weights at first. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys the setup. And what we're trying to do here is actually keep the pelvis and the rib cage where we want, right? Another problem that you see a lot of is like this extension-based, right? Extension-based lunge, where now all of a sudden the right things aren't working, you're overextending your back, pelvis is not in the right position. So we're going to use the wall to give us some support. So I'm going to push my heel into the wall. This is what's really important. I'm going to actively push my heel into the wall. So pushing my heel into the wall right now, I can feel my hamstring. Solid. I can feel my glute. Remember, the hamstring and glute are going to position my pelvis. When I push into the wall, it turns on, it basically posteriorly tilts my pelvis, and now my rib cage is under my hips, which is what I want. So I'm actively pushing into the wall now, right, as I'm lowering myself down. And I can kind of find this spot for my front foot where the best one's going to be. So I'm pushing back, and you can see what happens when I push back, right? If I don't push back, it's really easy. See what just happened there? My hip flew forward, and my arch my back. And it seems like it's not a big deal, but now I'm not in a good position. My abs are turned off, my low back is feeling it, and I'm touching my butt cheek, not on. Now watch, as soon as I push the heel, changes my whole position. Rib cage goes down, glutes are on, hammies on, and I'm driving up. Whew, spicy. Oh, that's nasty. Right, I have no way. I'm like, man, maybe I won't even use the weight. I did legs yesterday. Okay, ooh, just 3-4 reps. So what happens, it cleans up my form without having to coach and cue much, because that pushing into the wall creates good position. You could do a secondary thing here. I'll probably just give you guys a couple of reps. Like I said, I'm feeling it. So let's say we're having the double kettlebell position, and I'm going back to that same push heel into the wall position, but now I'm going to push that's what's great about kettlebells, is that you can protract and turn your abs on more, which you can't do with the barbell on your back, or even with the weights hanging. But watch, I'm going to push my heel in. Ooh, that's aligning my pelvis. Protract, more abs. Woo! So, talk about finding your butt, hammies, and abs, right? I like to say, find them. Trust me, somebody's doing this oh shit, I found them, right? But very, very, very effective drill. And then when people are able to get stronger in these positions, now, right, going into that reverse lunge, into that forward lunge, when they build that stability, becomes a lot, much more, I should say, it becomes a much better idea. So I love drills and coaching cues where you're doing like certain things with not like 20 cues, and they put you in the right positions for the right muscles to turn on and to work. Okay, so try this one, and soon I'm going to show you guys the same thing with kind of like this RDL position and stuff that we're using a lot now, cleaning things up. But try it out, check it like exactly the way that I did it. Do some reps, do it with body weight if you need to, add some KBs. Let me know in the comment section how you did. Coach Lucas, see you next time. Peace.